Hi, I'm Chase,
I'm Darren.
and this is Industry News. Earlier this week, Shohei Yoshido, president of Sony's worldwide studios, said in an interview with Eurogamer about No Man's Sky, it wasn't a great PR strategy because he didn't have a PR person helping him. In the end, he is an indie dev. Interesting enough, last year, Fergal Garcia, who is a different branches in the UK before he left for Amazon, said, this game will be treated like a first-party release. It is not a self-published small indie title on the platform. So like saying it's going to be treated like a first-hand game. Pretty much they just threw No Man's Sky on the bus after the intense backlash and like total mismanagement of the PR has been released. So do you know anything about No Man's Sky?
Not really, I do not. Can you tell me some more about that?
They promise like limitless things you can play with your friends, even though there is actually no multiplayer in the game, but you can upload things so people can see them is I think what they meant. But that's how it'd be. It'd be always unclear, no one really know, and Sony never helped in that PR strategy ever. They did nothing. They just were like, you can go anywhere, you can do anything. And so it just made people have their own imagination of what the game would be, and it totally screwed them over in the end. They've just not been able to really get a hold of what that game is after it came out. The people who made it pretty much shrunk away, just been releasing patches that are also really vague still. Because they're a small team, they can't really do anything, and then Sony just comes out and goes, yeah, well, they messed up. Not on us, though.
So is it Sony that was like thrown under the bus?
Yeah, Sony threw them under the bus.
Sony threw the game developer.
Hello Games, No Man's Sky game. They pretty much were like, Hello Games didn't have like a great PR team, as they have like 7 people who made it. And Sony was pretty much like, don't worry, we'll treat this like it's one of our games, like from Naughty Dog or something, is what they pretty much said. Like, this will be coming from us. It's like, we're publishing this. And then, this year the game came out, and they PR was real bad for this game. No one really knew what this game was until it came out, unless you went to the website and really like looked at it.
Okay.
And
that probably explains why I haven't heard of it.
well, I mean, have you even heard of it? That game was huge.
I heard about it. I have no idea like what it looks like or what you actually do in the game.
Yeah, that would actually make sense. Let's talk about what you're talking about.
So, new, amazing, action-packed Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild footage was released. Where this puzzle-based exploration game has introduced a new mechanic, cooking, for whatever reason. During some footage that was released, it shows Link going up to a pot, lighting the bottom on fire, and cooking mushrooms, I believe it was.
So it's like we got a new cooking mini game for Legend of Zelda?
Apparently it's not necessarily a mini game. As you know, I believe Breath of the Wild is more of like an open world kind of type game. It's different from the past, well not the past, the recent Legend of Zelda games that were more linear.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild is more open world. You can find, like little plants and stuff like that in order to put into the pot. Something that they showed during the footage was like, what's it called? Spicy sauteed peppers, which will raise your body temperature, well, Link's body temperature, so that he can go into like snowy areas and not be affected by the ice. I know there's also something that you can make in order to temporarily give you an extra heart container. So I'm pretty sure the company has made different things that like you have to find, because you can make food that is really bad. Like you just can't eat it, and it'll tell you like, I think it's called dubious food. It's like, yeah, you can't do anything with this. Like, tough luck.
So like now it's Breath of the Wild is coming out. It's like all kind of open world, grab a bunch of items kind of style game. It seems to be like a real collecting kind of style of game right now when they showed the E3 footage for it. So it's just like another like thing just to kind of grab and then cook and maybe get like, oh, I can be resistant to cold now, or heat. Maybe if you get like a cold food.
Maybe
or
make some ice cream or something.
Yeah, make some ice cream. Well, that'd be like, all right, I think I'm more into this game now than I was before.
Yeah, it's an interesting new mechanic, something that personally I haven't seen before in any of the Zelda games that I've played.
No, definitely not in Zelda games. I've seen like cooking food for benefits in a bunch of different games. Breath of the Wild feels like a stitching of all different games put together. When they wanted to make an open world game, they've only made overworld games. Every Zelda game felt linear. But it's like, I think their first promise to be like, don't worry, this one's non-linear. You can do whatever you want, besides a Link Between Worlds where you could buy your items and kind of go wherever you wanted.
And then the original Zelda games and like Link to the Past and stuff like that.
Even then, like you still had to like get those items and stuff. So like, there's never been like a true like you can go anywhere but you can't do anything kind of style.
Yeah.
Now that you got all the items, you can kind of do whatever you want. Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's the game we're hoping for.
Yeah, that's the game you kind of want to hope for, is one that actually lets you do whatever you really do
explore
want to do.
as Link. Breath of the Wild is coming out for the Wii U and NX in 2017. It has been held back. The date's been held back a couple of times, which is kind of sucks, but it's okay. I'm personally really looking forward to it, and I'm really looking forward to playing it.
All right, and that's been Industry News. I'm Chase.
I'm Darren.
All right, have a great night.